All right. New season, new us.
Yes,
right?
Welcome everyone. New season, new us.
Let's go. 2023 NASCAR season is here. It's exciting.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I know.
I'm so ready for this.
We're green. Okay, good.
Yeah, green flag.
Yeah, what I say every year. Come the Clash, Speed Weeks, life has meaning again. So
Absolutely.
great news.
It's been a
for
long
us.
couple months. I've been missing having something to do on Sundays. So
Yeah.
or the whole weekend.
I was gonna
be
say,
honest.
I mean football, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, obviously, with the new season, lots of stuff to cover.
Yeah, lots of things.
Taking a
changed.
shiz load of notes over there.
Yeah, there's in the last 2 weeks I've just been popping off things.
Yeah.
That are changing between rules, drivers, just all sorts of things. So, yeah, I guess maybe talk about some of the rule changes coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean driver changes is like the thing that I've been the most focused on, but yeah, rule changes for sure.
All right. So, yeah, the rule changes. Choose rule at super speedways and dirt now, which I like that idea.
Yeah.
That'll change up the Daytona race, the Talladega race, the Atlanta race. Those are going to be, it's going to change up the strategy for sure on the restarts. Like, are you going to line up behind your teammate? Are you going to allow teammates to line up behind each other?
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
True.
It's kind of cool.
True.
Cool little addition to super speedway racing. Not that it's my favorite kind of racing or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's you know, we kind of saw in like the last years that people were still doing the like pause off of pit road to get where they wanted to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'll get rid of that, which is nice.
Yeah, but it's causing issues on pit road for sure. When do you know when the last time they had choose rule was for like super speedways or anything like that?
I don't.
Oh, let's see. Now I want to look that.
You
up.
gotta look that shit up.
Yeah. Oh, I got a handy dandy laptop right. Handy dandy laptop right. Last.
Well, while you're looking that up,
yeah,
I will say I'm very excited about the driver changes.
The driver changes.
Yes. So, obviously, watching practice and qualifying yesterday, watching Kyle Busch in the 8 was incredibly weird, but it was exciting the same time.
Did he seem like his old self again?
Yeah, I mean, I think like after practice, he was talking about the car and how he wasn't super happy with it, but he was, meshing with the new team, getting used to them, and they're getting used to me and whatever. But it was very same old Kyle Busch, but it was just, I mean, I thought that it was going to be way too weird seeing him not in the 18, but it was weird, but it was still exciting, I think.
Yeah.
We were just talking about, before we were green, Ryan Preece in the 41, which was very weird because I completely forgot about Cole Custer. So that was a thing.
Yeah, no. I like that idea. I think that was a smart move on SHR.
Yeah.
Cole Custer was not performing whatsoever.
Really,
even before the next gen. He was not. He won that one race at Kentucky on a restart.
I was like, it was Kentucky or Kansas. I can't remember which one. But
Kentucky on the restart. And it was because I think Harvick and Kurt Busch pushed up and gave him a lane. So, yeah.
I mean,
not that trying to take anything away from Cole Custer. He's a good driver. I mean, he dominated Xfinity all the time that he was in there. But
yeah. I know Ryan Preece has been sort of in and out, and so I'm not really sure. I know lots of people were excited about it, but I don't know how that he's going to perform. But
I don't think he raced any Xfinity last year. It was all trucks, and it was one-offs here and there. But he did win at Nashville Super Speedway last year. Like that was one of his truck wins, and I think he was in contention for a couple other ones. But
yeah, I don't know. Not the same, but like Ryan Preece has been sort of like in and out, and it's kind of the exact same way I feel about Allmendinger, who, as we know, is racing full-time Cup this year.
Well,
but
didn't Preece race Cup for a little bit?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He raced...
but he was on small scale team.
The 21? Do I want to say that right? Maybe?
The 21.
I don't remember. You should look that up.
Yeah.
Also, you were looking something else up.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Google doesn't know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, I don't remember what Ryan Preece raced, but he did race Cup for a little while.
Yeah.
Went
Okay.
back. So I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, Tyler Reddick to 2311. Kurt Busch was at practice yesterday.
I saw
So
you
still not
posted on
cleared to
Twitter.
race. So
He's still not clear.
Still not cleared to race. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, but I mean, obviously, yeah, watching Tyler Reddick was really cool. One of my personal favorites, TG to the 54. That was exciting. And then obviously Noah Gragson.
Mm-hmm.
So I think watching the Rookie of the Year battle this year is going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
I know Austin Cindric won last year, but I was like, he didn't even have any competition. Like, of course he won Rookie of the Year. He won the 500 and there was like no one else. So I'm really excited to watch that for this year.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a tight battle between those two.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be the next big rivalry in NASCAR.
Yeah,
100%.
And I love them both. It's like it's so yeah. But it'll be fun to watch.
It will be. It'll be interesting.
And then
Jimmy Johnson's coming back.
Jimmy Johnson's coming back
for 6 races. Yeah.
Yeah, like a limited schedule for sure. The 500. I don't know what other races he's racing,
I don't know if they've announced the other races that he's doing, but I know 500 obviously.
Yep.
A lot of people are kind of like I was seeing a lot of comments on Twitter and different personalities in NASCAR giving their takes. Some of them thinking, well, Jimmy Johnson's kind of just tarnishing his career. And and I'm like, Jimmy Johnson's full-time career is over, right? Like he's done his thing. He's proved his point. He's one of the greatest. Now he's just coming back to have fun.
He is the greatest. One
of the greatest. We can. There are several greats. I don't think we can just say one.
I wasn't a Jimmy Johnson fan. That's totally my unbiased opinion.
I mean that's before my time in watching NASCAR and being a part of NASCAR and stuff. So I didn't really get to experience all that.
Yeah, I did experience that.
So I guess my opinion is moot at this point, but I don't know.
At least one of, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why people would say that.
I don't know.
I really don't. I mean,
I think it's great.
To be honest, I do think that the Indy thing was like 2 thumbs down, but
I mean he tried. I'll give him props for that. He put an effort in and tried something completely out of his wheelhouse.
not because he was bad. I'm just saying, like, it was, it was hard to watch. I think as like someone who's watched Jimmy Johnson just dominate in Cup and then watching his last couple years before he retired, and that was really weird to watch, and then obviously I don't watch every single Indy race, but I watched a lot of them when Jimmy was racing, just simply for that, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy that he's back home. I guess I'll say that. So
yeah, it'll be good for Gragson and Eric Jones being.
Oh yeah.
Now that he
I love Eric Jones and I love Noah Gragson, so that'll be exciting.
Yeah, now that he's part team owner, and they changed the name from Petty GMS to Legacy Motor Club.
Yes, Legacy Motor Club. Yes, there she blows.
I think that's great reason for him to be racing. One, he can understand the car better, and then maybe, help with, teaching Eric and Gragson, the ropes of what it takes to be a great in this sport. So, some good things.
Yes, good things. Well, we haven't covered the biggest news coming into this season. And I really am sorry, Race Control.
Oh, yes.
And that's Kevin Harvick's retirement.
Kevin Harvick. It's kind of crazy. Like,
Super.
So when I started watching racing, which would have been 2017, that's when I really got back into watching racing.
FYI, it was in my mom's front yard. We bring the TV outside and we watch NASCAR outside in the yard.
It was a great time.
That's what you do.
It was
just for anyone who hasn't watched NASCAR. That's the best way to watch it is outside.
Yeah, if you can't be at the track, you
can't be at the track. You watch it outside
and pretend you're at the track.
And yes,
but yeah, like Kevin Harvick was a powerhouse when I started watching that 2017 to 2020. He was
also, if you started watching in 2017, then you saw the greatest year of NASCAR ever.
I don't. What? Oh, was it 20 or was it 2018?
Yes, Truex won the 2017
Oh,
championship.
then it was 2018. I got it all
Won a
wrong.
shitload of races. It was the best year
I'm
ever.
so sorry. I did not see that. I saw 2018.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
see
it was-
2017.
I did not see 20.
Okay.
It was 2018.
Gotcha.
It was years ago at this point. 5 years. Don't want to think about that. Yeah. So I mean,
But yes, Kevin Harvick for sure. I mean,
just
I think back to like those days we had the big three, right? I mean, it was Kyle Busch, Truex, Kevin Harvick, and then watching this past season, and I mean, even a couple seasons, before that, like it didn't really, well, for sure not last season with the next gen car. Like you couldn't pick a top three, I guess, and if you did, it was a very unlikely sorry, they called it big three, but it was very unlikely. It was.
there was no
I mean,
dominant
shit.
driver last year.
I mean, well, Ross Chastain, Tyler Reddick.
I mean, some were more consistent than others, but
Yeah, it was consistent. It wasn't necessarily dominant because if you look back at like what was
3
the
races was the most.
2016 season when they started that, but yeah, I mean that they were winning so many races. I mean, we're talking like 8, 9, win seasons for these drivers like Kevin Harvick. I mean, 9 wins.
Yeah, 2020.
9 wins in 2020, 8 wins.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 8. I think it was 9, but I mean, and then before that, the only person we've really seen touch that was Kyle Larson, obviously in 2021. But I mean, it was, I don't know, for this year, I like that sort of consistency. It does kind of suck when it's not your driver.
Definitely.
But I mean, it having that like sort of like one standout dominant driver, like I don't think that was last year, like at all. And I guess like I don't know. Do you have any predictions if it will be any driver this year?
I feel like I'm gonna need to see a few races because you gotta see who figured which manufacturer and which team figured out the car.
I will say Toyota was super strong in practice yesterday.
Was pulling away at the end of last year. I mean, even though Ford won the championship with Joey Logano, but Joey Logano had 4 races to prepare. They had that car.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that is the name of the game. Like winning right off the bat in the round of 8.
But besides that, it seemed like Toyota was figuring out the car and getting.
Yeah. Well, they were great in practice, and I mean, a Toyota isn't on the pole, but they were still,
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then the thing about like yesterday was they were talking about in practice how the Toyotas brought their super speedway setup to the LA Coliseum last year. Nobody had any idea. Yeah, I mean, why they would bring the super speedway setup, I don't know, but that is what they brought to the track.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so nobody had any notes. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And so I think that was, that's going to be the best thing about this year.
Yeah.
Is, obviously seeing the teams that were just trying to figure out the new car last year. We kind of knew it was going to be a bit of a shit show, but
I mean, I think the big teams are going to have it figured out. Maybe not SHR. I don't know about SHR. I think they're going to have another struggle year. I mean, they kind of got, the 4 team kind of figured some things out at the end of the season, but
they did.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be a Toyota driver, at least at the beginning, and we'll see who can catch up by the summer. But
yeah,
I'm gonna go with a Joe Gibbs or a 2311 car for sure. I think maybe a 2311. I think Tyler Reddick's gonna maybe pull off some wins this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
I mean, Tyler Reddick is definitely. I don't know. He was obviously really great last year.
Well, yeah, he's great on road course. Obviously, he won 2 of them last year.
I know
Road America.
Holla, I was there. I know. Well, he won at a wide range of tracks last year. I do know that.
Yeah, he won at Road America and then at Indy, right? Or no. He was going to win at Indy. Oh, Indy was Joey Logano won Indy, I thought, because of the late race.
Well, look her up, bud.
I know. I got to do more research, right? I trying to remember everything from last year. Indy road course.
Well, as I pulled this up, I guess we can talk about NASCAR rewards, and I was very excited.
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
I want to hear about the NASCAR rewards.
Yeah, I was like ridiculously
for the
excited about that.
fans.
Oh, I have to
It's
skip.
fan rewards. This is
Fan rewards, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I was really, really, really excited about that. I did sign up. Did you sign up?
I have not. I
Okay.
was waiting to hear about it
You
before I
will.
signed up.
Yes.
I
you want me to
you
pull
gotta
it up?
sell it to me, Brittany.
Okay, I shall. I shall sell it. You're looking up Tyler Reddick's wins?
Yes, he did win. He won Texas, Indy, and Road America. The playoff Texas race.
Playoff Texas. I was like, Ryan Blaney, question mark?
No, that was All-Star.
All-Star.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember I was also there. Holla. Okay, so let's learn more. So I'm a rookie currently. Some yellow stripes, obviously. So, you can earn rewards points each week that can be redeemed at the Fan Rewards catalog. Rewards points are how you earn access to NASCAR rewards, and the more you participate, the more you earn. So, from my understanding, you by watching races, by doing like fantasy NASCAR, there was one other thing. Oh, I don't remember. But either way, those are the big ones that you can earn points for. So I don't know. I haven't really got into it. I literally just signed up before we started. But
okay.
But yeah, I'm excited.
That sounds like.
I mean, honestly, I would be the person to get excited about that, though. Because...
I mean, it's NASCAR stuff. Like it's nice. It's just
like,
another engagement by NASCAR.
Yeah, I was like, dude, can I pay to be a champion? Because I'll do that. But oh, no, damn it. All right.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Clash today.
Yes, the Clash is today. I don't know. I'm.
Justin Haley won the pole.
Yeah,
That's
Justin
really
Haley
random,
won the pole, but that he won the pole for the heat race. They still have to race,
and he did really well last year too. That was pretty wild.
Yeah,
when
he was doing really well,
and I was watching like the whole qualifying, and I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna do well. Okay, maybe, and then I was like, just time it stood, and not only that, but he was like one of the first people to go, which obviously, as the track was cooling down yesterday, there was no grip. All the drivers were saying Joey Logano had like a spin out. There was a little tiff between Allmendinger and Briscoe.
Yeah.
In practice yesterday. I was like, who wrecks each other during practice?
Yeah.
What a classic Allmendinger move.
Yeah, he just got really aggressive out of nowhere.
Good lord.
Yeah. I just don't want to see another Ty Dillon trying to destroy everyone to win the heat. Like that's heat
gonna
race
happen.
last year.
Yeah,
that was
totally
so embarrassing.
Well, if practice is any indication, that's totally gonna happen because
100%.
I mean, and not only that, but like watching that, like, okay, Allmendinger gave him no room, so he literally had to do that. And then I just saw it, like after that happened and Briscoe passed, I saw Allmendinger get all rowdy and butthurt and come up and try to. I'm like, I mean, it's practice, guys. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. My stance on that is an unpopular opinion, so I'll just keep that to myself. But
no, I like the Clash just because it's the exhibition race is just it's a nice segue into the NASCAR season, and I don't know, it just gets me excited for the season.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't really care where the race is or what kind of race it is. It's just racing.
I like it every year too. I get really excited. Obviously the LA Coliseum was awesome.
Yeah.
Love Cypress Hill. Who's the little teeny bopper?
Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill?
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Jared.
I'm gonna have to Google something.
Woof.
Oh, they're a hip hop group. Okay.
Oh my god. That's so something that someone who doesn't know anything about Cypress Hill would say.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to offend you.
Oh my god, I
Okay,
cannot.
well
wait.
now it makes sense.
Okay, did you look up some of their songs and now you know who they are?
I'm about to look up their songs. Where's my
Okay, after we're
Spotify?
done with this, I'm gonna take you on a tour.
We're going
Yeah.
on tour. All right.
No, there's another like, I didn't even know she sings. I thought she just did like reality TV.
Oh God, yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, I know one of their songs. Insane.
It's a little teeny bopper, right?
Oh no, I'm talking about Cypress Hill.
Oh, Cypress
Sorry, I'm
Hill.
still on
Okay, yes,
Cypress
yes.
Hill.
Oh no,
I know
I'm
one of
excited
their
about
songs.
that.
Yes. Let's see.
Okay, yeah, I need to know. Because I feel like I'm like not saying this right. Oh my god, only 5 hours. Oh. Why am I being yellow flagged, race control?
Yellow flag.
Because I'm dicking around trying to look for who's gonna be on here. Okay, I'm getting yellow flagged. Or maybe you are.
Maybe
for the first time.
I don't know. There is no indication from race control who the yellow flag is for.
Yeah, race control. Can you give us some details on that yellow flag?
Well, you know what? It just says Cypress Hill.
Well, okay, I'm fine with that.
I have the NASCAR article up right now.
Because that's gonna be perfect. I'll spare you singing Cypress Hill. I'll just
Insane in the Brain.
Okay, so you do know.
I know that song. That's probably it, though.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry.
I mean, that's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Clash should be fun. I'm
excited.
I'm ready to watch some
Can I
racing
get green
tonight.
again? Or are we... What's
Are we still on
happening?
the caution? Oh,
Thank
green
you.
flag. All right,
Fuck's
we're back.
sakes. I mean...
Okay, I really want... I want to talk about some rule changes.
Please.
So
I was waiting for you.
So we kind of talked about some the choose rule, super speedways, and at dirt, which makes sense. One, the no stage breaks at road courses for Cup.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Right? I'm so excited. I'm excited.
Race Control's excited about that, or yes?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I want to see some.
Well, it
straight...
totally fucks up the entire race.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's so predictable.
Yeah.
And we all know why there's a shitload of road courses on the schedule. We all know why that changed, why that's happening.
Yeah.
So, whatever. But ultimately, it makes it so predictable, and it's like so hard for strategy.
There's
it's
no
so
strategy.
Stupid.
It's just stay up front.
Like, all I can think
and
about.
Pit early.
Yes, all I can think about is like Truex winning at Glen. I think it was the Glen. You know, Cole Pern like pit. Stay out. Because like it was strategy. You know what I mean? Like at that point, it's not even the crew chiefs who are able to win or lose the road courses. You know what I mean? It's just like pure guessing on who's gonna do what, and it's like, I don't know, way too predictable. So
yeah, this is gonna. I'm here for it. Like,
yeah, I'm super here for that.
I want to see some.
Well, especially with all the road courses that we have.
Yeah, we got Coda, Sonoma, the Glen,
Worldwide
Indy.
Technology.
No, Indy.
Sonoma, yeah, definitely.
The Roval. Yeah.
Indy Road Course, the Glen.
Yep.
Roval. Yeah. Oh my fucking god! I forgot.
I thought there was
road courses
another
we have.
one.
No Road America though. RIP Chicago Street Course.
Oh yeah, Chicago Street Course.
I cannot express my displeasure enough with that.
They should have kept Road
Bring
America.
back Road America. Road America. NASCAR, if you're listening. Road America.
Road America 2024. Let's go.
I mean, I'm probably still gonna go see Xfinity, but still, you know.
I want a whole weekend. I mean, I only went to the Cup race last year. And I really want to go back there. That was so much fun.
It was honestly
and I just
the
went
best
for the day.
fan experience.
Yeah, it
like
was
the best. So like of all the tracks that we've been to, that was the funnest for sure.
Oh, there were so many, like,
access, like the camping was good, the people were fun, like Although no pit passes.
No pit pass,
That
no
was a
driver
thing,
pass,
but
or no driver access really.
Yeah,
unless the drivers were out and about.
But that's the thing. I saw so many drivers, like, just on the campgrounds. Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, I was only
Parker
there
Kligerman,
on the Cup
Bob
day.
Hockris, saw you.
Bob Hockris.
Rodney Childress. Dude, we saw tons of people out and about.
Yeah, didn't you guys see Rick Allen?
Did we see Rick Allen? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I saw Kyle Busch driving.
Mm.
Like, not in the race, dirt to dirt. I'm saying, like, going into the race.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have, like, on, like, the main drag in Road America.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
saw Dale Jr. at the start finish line getting taken up to the booth.
Mm-hmm.
And who's his buddy? Old crew chief. Why can't I think
his old crew chief?
Yeah, that he announces with. Why can't I think of his name?
Steve Letarte?
Yes, Steve
Yes?
Letarte.
Okay.
I kept thinking it was like a Dale name. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking Dale Jarrett. Anyways.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But no stage breaks for road courses. Great.
That would be exciting.
I'm loving it.
So yeah, first road course, Coda. So we'll be able
Yes.
to see that.
That's I like that they got
And
a
let's
Coda.
not race if there's a fucking shitload of rain.
Oh god.
How about that?
Yeah. Well, they got the new rain tire. Oh yeah, they have.
Just couldn't wait to call it, could you, bud?
They're doing wet tires on ovals this year.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
they
that.
approved
I
that
didn't see
for I think 5 or 6 short tracks, not Bristol, and not Dover, but all the other short tracks under half mile or less, other than Bristol, they're going to be doing that if there's
half mile or less.
Yeah, so Martinsville, Richmond. I'm trying to think. Worldwide Technology.
Oh yeah, that is a short.
Yeah, any slow oval, they're gonna do damp weather tires, basically rain tires.
Okay.
So that way, if we don't have another Richmond 20,
there's a lot of tracks
incident,
around like a mile, 0.75,
yeah.
like whatever.
Oh, Nashville Super Speedway is not on there either. That's one of the shorter ones. But yeah, they're gonna try out some rain tires on ovals. So that's cool.
That is cool.
No points requirement for Cup playoffs anymore. So last year you had to be top 30 in points to be eligible to win and you're in. Now that is gone. So now anyone who has a charter and races all 36 races or all the regular season races can be allowed in the playoffs.
I don't like that.
Not cool. Not liking it.
Yeah,
I hate the playoff format.
Cool.
It's just terrible.
Dude, and all those random Joe Blows who won races last year.
That's the point. That is just
God.
There's some people who
I
belong
hope
in
it's
those
not the
playoffs.
same this year. I know, like some people were like, "Oh
Austin
my god,
Dillon.
we could get." Well, and we had 15 winners, but technically it was 16
with
Ryan Blaney at the All-Star race.
But we don't count that unless it's Kyle Larson.
I was literally just gonna say, what the fuck was up with that? They kept being like, Blaney doesn't have a win this year. I was like, dude, he totally won at the All-Star race. I mean, I get it, it's not a points-paying race. But then when Kyle Larson was dominating his season, they were like, he won X amount of races, plus the All-Star race. Like, okay, like, you gonna make it fair? Or like, no, I'm confused about that, but
they need Denny Hamlin now has his own podcast on Dirty Mo.
Yes, I do know that.
And he was talking about how he wants the playoff format to change, especially the last race for the championship should no longer be one race, because that's kind of crappy with the way, like, speaking of Joey Logano last year, won at Martinsville, or no, not Martinsville. What was the first?
It would have been Vegas.
Yeah, he won at Vegas, and then he just got to sit around for 3 weeks and prepare, while everyone else was too busy trying to get in.
Also, that is always how it is. If they do have a leg up for sure.
Well, yeah, they can have a leg up in the first race, but then there's 2 more races to get prepared for or something. I think they just need to. They got to get rid of win and you're in. That just can't be a thing. Like, I'm fine with it in the playoffs. Once you're in the playoffs, if you win in the round, you go to the next round. Fine, keep that. But none of this crap with um, you win a super speedway race, like Austin Cindric last year wins Daytona 500.
Yeah, I will
Doesn't
say
do
he was
anything
in
the
the
rest.
top 30 in points though.
He wasn't top 30, but
Either way, I
there
know
were
what you're
drivers
saying.
who were more consistent and did better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
points-wise.
I mean, my list of drivers who wasted a playoff spot is like pretty insane.
Yeah, it's a long list.
That's what I feel, and I mean I get it, but like at the same time, it's like, I mean, last year was just such a shit show. So like it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
I would have to say like I don't I didn't go, and this happened to me in my first race that I went to, but I don't like pay a bunch of money to go to the track and watch Chris Buescher win. Right? So like
Yeah.
I mean, I get it and fine, sure, whatever, unpopular opinion, hot take, go ahead, red flag me, but I'm just saying like,
I mean, proponents for that format say, well, the wins matter more. Which, fine, if you want the wins to matter more, make them worth more points.
Mm-hmm.
But it shouldn't just give you a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then I
too
think
chaotic.
back to like 2015, Kyle Busch missed the first couple races. Obviously, he broke his leg at Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
Had to won a crap load of races, had to work so hard to be in the top 30 in points just to be eligible to be in the chase.
Mm-hmm.
Or playoffs,
whatever it was
at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But I had to work so hard. Like, there was a little asterisk down at the bottom for like the whole season that's like, you have to be in the top 30 in points, you know, in order to whatever. And I was like, dude, he won so many races. He won the championship that year, obviously.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's.
I don't know. I just don't like. I like chaos and like I like unpredictability, but like last year was just too unpredictable.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was gonna happen week to week.
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be some sense of stability in the sport, and I think getting rid of the win and you're in.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like twofold, because I was like, yes, all right, yes. It was so unpredictable, like you said, but it was nice seeing like Reddick get to victory lane. Like, obviously we saw his first cup win at Road America, and that was awesome. You know, like that was so exciting to see somebody who had worked so hard finally get to victory lane. And then Daniel Suarez, who has worked so hard in cup, finally got to victory lane. That was really exciting, you know, for people who have been, you know, racing. I mean, I think Daniel Suarez, he was 6 years in cup last year, hadn't won a race until, you know, how many different teams he raced for, SHR and Joe Gibbs and, you know, all that, and then finally got a win. That was really exciting. So some of it was cool. Some of it was, you know.
Well, I'm fine with people winning. Like, that's cool. Like, I want to see those guys who have been, you know, working their butts off to get to this series and want to win and get wins. It's fine. I just don't think one win and you should be contending for a championship.
Yeah.
That is my point.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, in the chaos thing, maybe I'm overblowing it a little bit, but it felt like, compared to the previous seasons, I mean, I haven't seen a new car before, a change in car, whatever, you know.
I suppose
so,
that is true.
The Cup Series was on their 5th or 6th season with the Gen 6, right? They started that in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
something like that.
Like, there was already like an established who had the cars figured out, who was going to be good, whatever. So I mean, that's just, I guess that probably fed into a lot of what happened last year. Yeah. But yeah, I
mean, year 2 of next gen. Like, I think that's, hopefully we're gonna see some. Well, like I was talking about the notes, right? The drivers are finally gonna have notes, and they actually brought the right setups this year. Like, I mean, Truex was fastest in practice. I mean, didn't qualify well, but either way, it was like, you know, seeing the different drivers who, I mean, because he had to get in on last chance qualifier, or the last provisional spot last year, and then being fastest in practice. You know what I mean? Just even looking at the changes from year over year going into it with like some of the veteran drivers I know. I think Kevin Harvick qualified decent. Kyle Busch qualified decent. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
They seem just from what I was seeing on Twitter, they all seem a lot more confident in what they're
Yeah.
doing this year
yeah,
with the car and driving the car.
yeah.
You know,
So that was exciting.
yeah. Oh, another rule. They changed the loose wheel penalty.
Oh yes.
So no
Tell
more.
me about that.
Yes, there is no more loose wheel, no matter where, and you're out of crew chief for 4 weeks. And they took away
That
the
is
fine.
such a hefty fine. For
Oh,
that.
they didn't. They got rid of the fine too. There's no fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like just in general, like.
Oh, and losing your crew chief for 4 weeks? That's ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think, I just think that's just ridiculous. Like the guy who is in command of the whole operation on pit road, you're just gonna take him out of there and put someone random in there to when your biggest concern with that whole thing is safety. That was not the move. But they changed it this year.
That was not a vibe.
No, not a vibe at all. They're changing it to a 2-week, 2 crew member, 2-lap penalty if it happens during the race. So if you're on the racing surface, track is green, and or under yellow on the track, it's a 2-week, 2 crew member, 2-lap penalty. Given out obviously the crew member and who the crew members are. It sounds like it's it said that the series director has discretion over that, but I'm guessing they're just gonna take away crew members like a tire changer and a jackman or something.
Right.
So that's that. But they also changed it for it coming off on pit road. If it comes off on pit road under yellow, you start at the rear. If it's pit during green, you have to do a pass through. So that is the changes for loose wheel.
Okay.
I think that's a little
it's
fair.
Fine. Fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
it was kind of a lot, but I mean, obviously, like the way that they're monitoring like tire safety, or even thinking about a couple years ago, like the constant changes in monitoring lug nuts, like how it was, okay, yes, we're monitoring for all 5, like post-race inspection, like, you know, then now we're not monitoring, and people would do some ghetto shit with like 3 lug nuts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I think it's just the same, you know, the changes that are, you know.
Yeah. It just, that was just interesting.
Yeah,
they did
that is.
a whole overhaul. No more hail melons.
Okay, I was like, over here to bring that up because I like have like clips going, and that was like the last clip I just saw, and I was like, good God, we haven't even talked about that.
Yeah, no hail melon, which
yeah,
I'm totally fine with. I did not want to see that happen ever again.
Yeah, I would say no matter, and obviously it was like the talk of, I mean, he kind of like stole the thunder, obviously, for Martinsville plus the championship. You know, I think it like the exposure was, however you want to look at it, like multiple, you know, it was all over social media. People who don't even watch NASCAR were looking at it, you know.
ESPN top 10, #1 play.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, people, I think a lot of people feel strongly one way or another about it, that yes, oh, he should have done it, and that was so cool and badass or whatever. And then some people were like, that was not cool, and you shouldn't have done that. So I guess, do you have a side that you land on?
I think it was an amazing idea. Like, it worked out. I mean, yeah, it could have been disastrous. He could have taken out like 6 or 7 cars at the end of that race, but it didn't happen. Cool. It worked out. I think it was great. I thought the exposure thing was cool. I had people reach out to me who knew I watched NASCAR, who I knew didn't watch NASCAR, saying they saw it.
Yeah,
they
same.
were
Some people
me
send me the clip,
it.
like, did you see this? I'm like, yeah, obviously I saw that.
Yeah, well, yeah. But like, people are asking me like, why was this
what
such
happened?
a big,
why was it a big deal?
That?
Yeah.
Like, so it was cool to like, you know, explain and
Yeah.
talk about NASCAR and someone actually being interested in
Right.
what I had to say about it. So
True.
I don't know. I think it was good for the sport. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see if it brought in anyone new, but
Yeah.
with the ratings as the year goes on. But I'm cool with it. It's a time penalty, so if you pull anything like that, you're gonna lose like they didn't give specific numbers. I'm guessing it's kind of like if you cut a corner.
Well, it's
kind of
discretion, right? So
Yeah.
that they decide.
Well, it's an automatic penalty. They just decide how many seconds you lose at the end of the race or whatever.
Gotcha.
So I guess that then you lose spots that way. Yeah, that's kind of all I got for rule
Did you watch
changes.
Rolex 24?
I watched from.
Did you watch all 24 hours of it?
No, I did not watch all 24. I started watching at hour 3 or 4.
Okay.
And I watched until probably hour.
It was on my TV for the whole 24 hours.
Yeah, I had it on and I fell asleep with it.
Maybe not.
But then I fell asleep. I woke up and I guess they put it on Peacock.
Oh, yes, I had to switch. And it was like the middle of the night for us that I had to switch.
It was at midnight. They changed it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I didn't have Peacock on my TV. So I was like, I'm just going to go to bed. And I woke up and kind of forgot about it, to be honest. And I didn't see the end, but I heard the LMP2 race
yes,
was
it was
to the finish line.
Yes. And I mean, I think the thing that was the most exciting was watching Castroneves. He was on the team, so
really?
winning 3 in a row. I want to say 3 in a row.
Really?
He won. Yeah.
Wow.
So that
cool.
was exciting.
Yeah, Daytona 24. That is
always
always a big
24.
thing. There were some NASCAR drivers that did it. I thought
only Austin Cindric, from what I could see.
Yeah, it was Austin Cindric.
I know, the day before, I know Harrison Burton ran and somebody else, but I only saw Austin Cindric.
Okay,
drive.
yeah, I heard Austin Cindric, but then I kind of heard there was a couple, but I don't know. I didn't see Austin Cindric's stint or anything, so
yeah, no,
I don't know
I wasn't really.
What was he racing? Do you know?
I don't know. I only know that he was the only one who was racing,
right.
but yeah, then you were talking earlier, because I get tons of notifications and I'm like outrageously excited for SRX.
Oh yeah.
So we were talking about that a little bit before.
I mean, that's becoming a cool little mini series.
Oh my god. When it first came out, I was so excited, obviously watching all the races. Like
yeah,
that was awesome.
There's a ton of active NASCAR Cup Series drivers that are going to be jumping in this year.
Well, and they were saying they didn't even announce all of it, that they've announced some, which they announced more this year than they did last year of who was going to be racing.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously they said that they have some big names in Cup that are going to be racing.
Yeah, so. I saw Denny Hamlin is doing a race.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick's doing a couple. And the other one I saw was that Brad Keselowski's doing the whole six race series.
Well, I hope that they do something similar, because the last 2 years they did like Chase Elliott, Bill Elliott.
Yep.
And then they did Ryan Blaney and his
I think
dad.
they got to redo the Blaney thing, because
I know.
Because Blaney got
I know, and I was more excited for the Blaneys than I was for the Elliots, obviously, but
they're closer. The Blaneys are closer in age. Yeah. I felt like it wasn't fair for Bill Elliott to go up against Chase. Bill's a little bit more mature than
geriatric. I was gonna say, but yeah,
there you go. Yeah, nothing against Bill Elliott.
I mean, no, obviously,
awesome.
I'm just saying,
this
is old,
But it was great to see you at Road America spotting on the backstretch. That was cool.
Oh yes, he did. He did.
That was another great thing about Road America. It's just kind of like wandering.
Oh
around.
My god, seeing everything.
You just see so many cool things, and I ran into
so fun.
Bill Elliott spotting, so that was cool.
Yeah, so anyone wants some tips on Road America, we'll talk about it more, obviously.
Yeah, we'll have a whole
let us
thing.
know. I will tell you everything that you want to know about Road America. Did the whole kit and caboodle both years for NASCAR.
Oh, another rule change. Not that it's a big deal, but the damaged vehicle clock has been adjusted to 7 minutes. So you have 7 minutes to repair
instead of 6.
Because they found that the what was breaking last year?
The toe link.
The toe link takes about 6.5 minutes. Yeah. They got it pretty consistently to about 6.5 minutes to change that. So that's why they
give you time to get up to speed.
Yeah. So that's why they give you 7 minutes.
I was kind of exciting when you knew that someone broke a toe link, and then you're like, they're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Then you were like, they're out.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing. But other than that, I think the only other thing I wanted to talk about is Auto Club.
No Auto Club in 2024.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Okay. Also, can you tell me, because I was arguing with Race Control about this, that we didn't have Auto Club in 2020 and 2021.
Yep.
But we had it in 2022.
Yeah, because of COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, California kind of just was shut down.
That's what I thought, but Race Control told me that we didn't have it last year, Auto Club last year.
Yeah, we did.
But I thought we did.
Kyle Larson
yeah,
totally messed up Chase Elliott's race. He went up to block him and just hit him in the front left quarter panel and ruined Chase Elliott's race. And it was a whole lot of controversy.
I'm surprised I'm still not hearing about that.
That's why when they went to the Glen, that's why Chase Elliott was giving
forget that
a rageful look, because that was the second or third time that season that Kyle Larson totally
there was some shady shit going on with that too. Like the whole thing that was going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt like it was a little bit deeper than what was happening on the track.
100%.
But they'd never air it out.
Oh yeah,
obviously that's like the number.
That's
one
behind
rule.
closed doors.
Yeah, clearly.
Rick Hendrick, milk and cookies kind of conversation. So yeah. So yeah, that's that. I don't know how I feel about Auto Club becoming a short track.
Yeah.
I don't know why we need to.
Another
I feel like
track?
there's enough short tracks already throughout the country. Why don't we just go to some of those?
I know, like add one.
Like just pick a random short track.
I was gonna say obviously the changes
to Milwaukee.
that happen at the schedule.
Go to the Milwaukee Mile.
Yes.
Take the Cup Series there. That would be cool. I mean, the trucks are going there this year, but
okay. Also, mega hot take, because I do not know why on God's green earth we decide to do Bristol dirt, all of the time and energy and money and resources it takes to put dirt on that fucking track. Instead,
I don't even think
it's literally just go to Eldora. Why would you not go to Eldora?
I don't think it's about the Cup Series so much anymore, because it's become like a speed week thing at Bristol for dirt. Like they're doing late models, they're doing sprint cars, they're doing midgets, they're doing everything now there on weeks leading up. I'm just saying,
same to your point. Like instead of changing an existing track, why not go to?
Well, I think
a track that already exists.
There's also some controversy between the owner of Eldora and NASCAR. So, and that's Tony Stewart.
I'm aware.
Yeah, so I think NASCAR has not been
I'm a Tony Stewart lover.
with Tony Stewart's comments, because they are, what is it, detrimental to the something of stock car racing. It's part of Denny Hamlin's name for his podcast, and I can't remember.
Oh, it's detrimental, isn't it?
Detrimental to...
No, I'm saying that's the name of his podcast, no?
It's a phrase. I can't remember it. But anyways, there's plenty of tracks already out there. Why do we need to keep building them? And Auto Club was a good race last year. Like, why change that?
I did forget about that.
It was a good race.
Okay, so I was right. Race Control. That's exciting.
But
yeah, detrimental with Denny Hamlin.
Oh, it is detrimental. Yeah. I thought it was a phrase. There was a whole phrase with that. But yeah, I don't know. There's plenty of tracks out there. Why do we need to keep changing? The only track that needs to be demolished is Texas. And
oh, good God.
I am all here for it.
Talking about fan experience. Okay, so I did a whole thing. We did a whole thing to go to the All-Star race. So I wanted to go to an All-Star race. Obviously, bucket list, I think everybody wants to, which now I wish I would have waited till this year. But yeah, so did a whole thing, flew out to Texas, did, the deal. And yeah, fuck, that race was boring. The fan experience was nice. I will say, like, Texas is a beautiful track. Like, the midway, I don't know what you call it out there with all the, like, haulers and, the merch haulers and all of that. That was super nice. They were building, we were on the Busch Light party deck. Super fun. The race was not fun, just the beer was fun. But and that was my first night race. I had never been to a night race before. So normally I'm sweating ass in the sun because, it's always the surface of the fucking sun.
Was it worse than Michigan?
You go to. What's that?
Was it hotter than Michigan?
Oh my god. Okay, so we went to obviously, and we wanted to go to a race that was you got to see all three series because we wanted to see a truck, Xfinity, and then Cup. So we
Oh,
wanted to go to the
okay.
whole weekend thing,
Yeah.
which we did. So the truck race was Friday night. We got it on Friday. And so
Yeah.
we saw that. Then the Xfinity race was during the day. And so that was very hot. Yes, it was like temperature as hot as Michigan, but it didn't feel as hot as Michigan, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Michigan, hands down, the hottest race I've ever been to. I obviously we went together and it was
brutal.
that shit was brutal.
Yeah, I still think about that.
I was not prepared.
That
for
was
that.
one of the negative things about that whole experience.
Dude, I'm
no
like
shade.
putting ice in my head. Like it was, that was.
I couldn't
brutal.
even drink beer. It was so hot.
I know.
I
same.
didn't want to drink beer.
I was ready. I was like, dude, I'm gonna pound a bunch of beers. Couldn't. I was like, well, I'm pounding a bunch of water. That's my new plan here. So yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, Texas.
Yes, Texas. Okay, so race, yes, not, and it sucked because I was so excited because I had really liked watching Texas races before, so anyway, I thought it was gonna be a whole thing, but the fan experience at Texas was really fun. Yeah. Met some very nice people in Texas. I was surprised about that. Their accents are really cool. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, I would recommend going to Texas, but I mean,
they just need to
hopefully we'll figure out the package and then I'd recommend going to Texas.
I think they should do more like experimental things, like like a Darlington kind of setup or a Pocono setup.
Oh my god,
smaller.
Speaking of, I wanted to cover. We might have to wait till next week, but I wanted to cover the races that we want to go to this year.
Oh yeah, I think we could talk about that next week.
Yeah, we're gonna save it next week. So, but yeah.
What was I gonna? There was something I was gonna bring up. Oh. You know what's funny about this whole Texas thing, and people want to so this year's All-Star race, obviously North Wilkesboro this year.
Yes,
it's like a huge thing.
I know, that's why I was like, I wish I would have waited.
Do you know who took away North Wilkesboro's date?
Their
date. North Wilkesboro used to be on the Cup Series schedule. Do you know who took away their date?
No.
Texas.
Oh, really?
Texas was the track that took away North.
That's an interesting factoid.
Yeah, took away their date, and now North Wilkesboro has taken away the race from Texas. It's like full circle.
Honestly,
karma.
Yeah, that was a mega woof.
Yeah,
like the racing itself was like.
I don't know why. It's just the way that track's configured.
Yeah, it was the package. That's what it was.
Oh,
I mean, yes, it is the track, but like
the track.
It was the package that we brought too. It was like. There was no...
It was just a train.
Sorry to the Blaney fans, who I met a very nice Blaney fan in Texas, and I'm sure he was very excited about the win that NASCAR didn't want to call a win.
Asterisks.
Yeah.
On the window net thing. Yeah. But yeah, so.
Yes. Okay, that was interesting.
I will say that.
Sketch. That was interesting.
That was sketch.
I mean, obviously sketch. Yeah, clearly. Yeah. But at that point, I kind of think they were just like, we gotta call it. We gotta
get out of here before everyone riots. And we don't need that. So, yeah. What else? Anything else about the season that we're excited for?
I don't know. I'm just excited to watch NASCAR again.
Yeah.
I think.
I guess I'm
full circle. My life has meaning again, so I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, it's something.
I say it every year during Speed Weeks. I get so excited.
Yeah. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to watch racing again and just get sucked in to the whole experience of just the drama, the high banks and the speed. I don't know. Yeah. It's all exciting. So, yeah.
Good. All right. Well, we'll see you for we're gonna watch the Clash.
Yeah, we're gonna watch.
Yeah, we got white flags. Yeah, we're watching the Clash. Yeah. And we will be back for the 500.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. So, let's get to it. See you guys next time.
See you next time.